Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's nice to have you here with me. Today is January 16th, Tuesday, 2024, and we will be doing lesson 16 of A Course in Miracles. This is the 16th day that I have been on this one-year journey in January. I live in Florida, and I'm at the park. We're currently going to have some rainy weather. Florida's version of winter is rain, and we're clouded over. Maybe I could show you what we have going on here. Were you able to see anything? If not, let me go over here. The playground is quite empty of children, but of course they still might be in school. Ah, yes. Beautiful. This is what I have today to work with. All right. I am glad to be here with you guys today. Well, if you're just tuning in to this channel for the very first time, my name is Carolyn, and if you've made it this 2 minutes into the video, go ahead and smash that like button, send me a comment after the video is over, and hit the subscribe button. All right, let's go ahead and get into lesson 16's idea of A Course in Miracles. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. All right. Today's idea. Okay, before I get into today's idea, if you can stick around to the end of the video, that will be completely awesome. So let's go ahead and get this started. Today's thought or idea is, I have no neutral thoughts. Okay. I'm going to read from the workbook. It says, number 1. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. Number 2. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusion. Either it extends truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. Number 3. Besides you're recognizing that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant trivial and not worth bothering about, that it is essential you recognize them all as equally destructive but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. Number 4. In applying this idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed and actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You will find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign to it, is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. So whatever you think, it's suitable. Use it. Number 5. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then as each one crosses your mind, hold it in awareness while you tell yourself, this thought about blank is not a neutral thought. This thought about that thought about blank is not a neutral thought. So the first sentence has this, and the second sentence has that. I just want to bring that to your attention. It says, number 4 says to use today's idea whenever you are aware of a particular thought that arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about blank is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. So any uneasy thoughts, you can use that sentence. This thought about blank is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. The practice periods for this, and this is number 6, is 4 or 5 times. It's recommended. That is if you find it relatively effortless. If you experience strain, 3 will be enough. The length of the period of the exercise should be reduced if there is discomfort. So, with that said, I am going to go ahead and close my eyes, and then whatever thoughts pop into my head, I am going to apply that to that idea, I have no neutral thoughts, to this lesson. All right, here we go. This thought about pausing the video while your eyes are closed and you search your mind is not a neutral thought. That thought about pausing the video and then unpausing it is not a neutral thought. I have no neutral thoughts. This thought about being mindless at the end of a course of miracles is not a neutral thought. That thought about being mindless is not a neutral thought. This thought about having no thoughts is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. This thought about the windy day is not a neutral thought. That thought about the cold weather coming in tonight is not a neutral thought. This thought about I'm having trouble finding thoughts is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. Okay, well that's practice period 1, and there are like 4 or 5 practices. I found that a little hard to find the thoughts, because it's like before the video I'm having a lot of thoughts, and then the thoughts, they just go away. So it's like camera shy. This thought about being camera shy is not a neutral thought. That thought about being blank when trying to find thoughts is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. That this thought about being happy is not a neutral thought. This thought about being calm is not a neutral thought. I have no neutral thoughts. This thought about that loud noise in the distance being annoying is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. Alright, I'll conclude it there. We practiced this and about 4 or 5 times. If you're finding it uneasy, in discomfort, about 3 times, and shorten the time from a minute. It has been really nice to be here with you and stuff on this journey. I'm enjoying it, and I'd like to say much peace and love to you and everyone out there, to stay warm and stuff through any of the cold snaps. Much love and peace. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. And if you did make it this far, go ahead and subscribe for the next video to see tomorrow's lesson. Of course, even if you don't subscribe, I'm still going to be doing tomorrow's lesson because this is something that needs to be done for my soul. And if you're here, then you're along the same path and looking to find a change and things. And that's why you're here, to change things. And that's why I'm here. So again, nice to see you. It's been lovely meeting you, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love.